they want me out of there, which is reasonable. So we just left West End. Fist fight anything at night. Definitely kind of tough. I'm Adventure Man Dan, a regular guy who's living life to the fullest. What I do, many think is crazy, but life is either a daring adventure or it's nothing at all. For years, I've taken every opportunity to explore around the globe. But now aboard my sailboat Adventureborn, I'm the master of my fate. So join me as I travel by the wind, play in the waves, harvest food from the depths, and teach those who sail with me aboard Adventureborn. Doing a quick bike trip around the West End Harbor to see where I can go anchor. Because I've kind of overstayed my welcome at the courtesy check-in dock, I think, if they want me out of there, which is reasonable. So, I'm gonna see what I can get onto here. Man, I love this bike for getting around. So behind me is where, there we go, behind me is where my sailboat is. Little bicycle helps you get around so much quicker. I'm kind of just checking out what it looks like for anchoring out here. Doesn't look great. I mean, not for protection from a storm. I can see the current rushing across pretty good there. Probably be some fun spearfishing drift right there, I bet. Might do that on my way out, you know, so long as the motor's on and I don't want to get wet. Could be some good yellow jacking through there, just riding on with the current. Got an island pass there, but yeah, the wind's supposed to come up out of here and switch over this way. I don't think there's any protection from that. I think I need to move somewhere. Not sure where. Fun of sailing. Ew. Well, that went surprisingly well, right? We had another motor yacht coming in right as we just barely ducked in between them. We're still reversing. Wow, that boat hook really helped that push from the back there. I'm kind of worried about that with all this wind on the side. Finally can see the bottom. Got about 10 feet of water here. We are motor sailing because we have to make a distance today. Really tired of motor sailing, but that's what we gotta do. You see the different coloration up there. Look at how gorgeous that is. That darker blue far off in the distance. We just left West End. There just wouldn't have been any protection, and I don't stay at marinas if I can avoid it. So we're instead going to go to Mangrove Key and take a northern route around the Abacos instead of a southern route around the Grand Bahamas. Here's Maru, diligently watching the depth sounder so we don't run aground and sink. All right. Shallow, shallow, shallow water of the Grand Bahama Bank. If you come over to here, you can see that deep, dark blue out there. 600 feet. Right here is 10 feet. So cool.
But it looks like pretty new, no?
Kind of does. It's a
Yeah,
sailboat.
like
It's a monohull very similar to mine. It's sunk. just barely below the surface.
Gonna go check it out.
Yep, I'm gonna throw the anchor out and then I'm gonna go dive in on it and see what's there. Maybe buried treasure. Maybe buried treasure, Maru.
Okay.
Don't ruin this for me.
Let's see. Is it cold?
It's a little chilly.
Oh yeah?
Oh, it's further away now. Alright, well, I didn't like how close we were the first time, but now I've actually got to swim a little distance.
Oh my god, it's not warm.
No, it's not warm. It's not warm at all. I wonder if I should bring a pole spear with me. Whatever, it's too late. I'm gonna go with that one. See what happens. I'll just fist fight anything I find. Resting on the bottom, it's still slightly moving. But that anchor seems buried, which I guess is good, but I don't know, if it was to keep moving this way, it wouldn't take it too long to be, you know, deep in the Gulf Stream. But I guess I gotta go inside and see what's inside. Sad. I mean, this was somebody's hopes and dreams, and looks like they might have had a kid on board. Hopefully nobody was on board when this happened. My gosh. There's a chance this still works. Oh, probably not. There's a chance this thing still works. Oh. Well, I guess that answers that question. I said stick 'em up! What happens if I do this underwater? Finding this fire extinguisher in there. Kinda cool. I think we're just about empty though. Man, this thing's something else. I'm gonna take one more look in and then get back over to the sailboat. Keep moving towards our destination. Well, I think I milked this one for all it's worth. Time to back to the boat. Get on to the next destination. Alright, so we just got back and moving back on course. But that was pretty crazy though, wasn't it, Maru? I mean, we're just motoring along, fairly shallow water that I have to make this cut so we can try to make this island so we get some sleep tonight. And just all of a sudden, bam, there's a ship, or a sailboat right there. And it wasn't that much smaller than mine. I'm very curious to check out the ID number up on the bow. I got a really good look at that, and the ID numbers were really, all together and intact. So it'll be cool to check that out. There's a bunch of cool fish. I hope those came out on the camera. All different types, including that one flatfish that kept hiding near me. What else? The kids book. There's a fire extinguisher. A bunch of batteries that kind of scared me. I don't know. I don't think batteries can hold the charge under salt water like that, but yeah, that was a really, really cool little mini adventure. And yeah, I enjoy that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm not happy for the people who lost their sailboat. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, I wish I brought a multi-tool with me. I could have grabbed those little blocks on the side. I really wanted to take that. Those are just useful all over the place on the boat. But yeah, no, that was pretty crazy. There was no mast. Wonder where the mast was. And the keel was like punched clean through with the rudder. That was insane. What else? Yeah, and then it seems like it has some anchor that's deeply, deeply buried somewhere, and it's causing its own, by being there, it's like the way the waves are hitting it, it's actually bringing the sand up and creating its own sandbank. So, I don't know, maybe it'll start a little island. Probably not. Anyway, another good reason for me to keep my eyes peeled and out on the open ocean until we get into deeper water. So, on that note, phew. Right now, the autopilot's not on. Nobody's at the helm. The boat's steering itself because we're on a haul, not a close haul, but a haul. And I've been able to lock the helm over, and it's putting us right in our direction at about 7 knots. This is what it's about. I've done it. I can sell the boat. Alright, well this ends my first day in the Bahamas. I think it was pretty good. It's definitely kind of tough. I was really hoping to stay and relax once we did the crossing. We had to do an extra, I think like 40 nautical miles today, which wasn't too bad, and you know, getting to dive that the sunken monohull was pretty cool, although tragic, cool. But it feels so good to be back here. I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like I'm getting back into the sailing and cruising rhythm of things. Oh, that is gorgeous. I've only got one other neighbor here. We are anchored off of, this is Crab Key or Mud Key, I think it is. There's absolutely nothing here. There was nothing here before, and then Dorian kind of killed all the trees throughout here. One neighbor just over there. But yeah, no, it's a beautiful spot to be. The wind is supposed to clock over a bit more this way, so I hope I get a little bit of protection. If my anchor drags tonight, I have to be very careful because I only have about 12 hours to fix it. It could drag forever. Oh, look at that sunset. I do love this. That was a really good day. I make myself some dinner. Maurizia's already fast asleep. She is tuckered out. Yeah. First thing tomorrow morning, gonna pull up the anchor and sail over, I believe, that way towards Grand Cay, just to the east of Walker's Key. So that's the plan for tomorrow morning. It was a good day. Thanks for seeing this adventure through to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something, or were inspired to choose your own lifestyle of adventure. Don't forget to press the like and subscribe button to see more videos like this and help support my channel. I post new videos as often as my chaotic lifestyle allows, but if you'd like to see more content now, check out my Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and website for everything else, or if you're interested in joining my crew aboard AdventureBoard. See you on the next adventure.